Greetings, good people. Greetings. All right. It looks like this DJ Academics and Saucy Santana beef is the gift that keeps on giving. Okay. The queen, Latifah, that is, has entered the chat. All right. So if you're not aware, DJ Academics had some not so nice things to say about the City Girls. All right. Um, they released an album not too long ago, and a lot of people are criticizing them. DJ Academics feels that the City Girls are not talented and they've gotten away with not being talented, etc., etc. He always gives commentary on music, but he always seems to have a little extra smoke and pizzazz when it comes to the women. All right, well, he also brought up Saucy Santana for whatever reason, who was Young Miami's best friend, and Saucy Santana was not having it. All right, so Saucy Santana, he took to social media and he said some derogatory things about DJ Academics. He said that he was going to do some questionable things to him too. He wanted all the smoke. All right, he told him, meet me outside, pull up, pull up, pull up. I want to fight. Let's duke it out like two men. Well, Saucy Santana caused Academics to get emotional. Okay. And I'm not laughing at him like haha laughing, but it's just interesting how people can start a fire and then get sad when the entire house begins to burn down. All right, so quickly, let's get into this Jasmine Brand article to kind of get you guys familiarized with everything that I just said, and then we will go into what Queen Latifah had to say. All right, so shout out to the Jasmine Brand. DJ Academics cries while speaking on Saucy Santana's threat to get hands on with him and other things. You see that highlighted there. We're definitely not saying that in this video. Right? Says that DJ Academic says that he doesn't want to respond because he'll be labeled and he'll get canceled. You know, his video was very interesting, and I was going to play his video, but I have heard other content creators state that whenever his videos are played from his live stream, he dings those YouTubers. So we're not doing none of that. They have it all over the neighborhood talk, the shade room. I'm pretty sure you've seen it. That's why you clicked on the video, right? So this article reads, the culture commentator shed tears while discussing threats that he received from rapper Saucy Santana, which included both physical violence. Okay, you see it there. It's on the screen. All right, things apparently got heated more than normal between the two after DJ Academics shared some very critical opinions of Saucy Santana's good friend slash fellow rapper Young Miami. Now, this is not the first time that DJ Academics has said some things about Young Miami. He has said some derogatory things about her, unwarranted. I understand that people have their opinions, but what people need to realize, especially adults, children need to learn this too. Regardless if you having a platform or not in life, right? You can choose the behavior, but you cannot choose the consequences. So you can get online and say disparaging things about the City Girls, talk about Young Miami and Diddy dating, make fun of the fact that Young Miami's life was in danger while she was pregnant. You thought that was funny, you know, entice your audience to find humor in someone else's tragedy. You can do all of that. Can just means you have the ability to do something. He has a microphone, he has a camera, he has an audience. So he did that. But when the backlash starts coming and when people start coming at you, you can't control that. You can't control what people say and what people are going to do and what people want to do. And so you could choose the behavior, Livingston, that's DJ Academics' real name, but you can't choose the consequences. And he is online frustrated in a nutshell about not being able to call Saucy Santana every derogatory slur known to man. Now, Academics is Jamaican, so am I. And I just would like to say that the Jamaican delegation, we don't all operate the same way, all right? And what I mean by that is both Santana and Academics have called each other out of, you know, their names. All right. When you guys are angry, when people are angry and they're arguing, the gloves come off. It's human. All right. We've seen this many times. I'm not saying it's acceptable, but it is what it is. Academics said on his stream that he doesn't want to get canceled. Okay. You know, he's built his platform and he realizes that if he says certain things about Saucy Santana, which is going to be derogatory and related to his sexuality, right? Because I think that's all he's got. he knows that he will be canceled. Everything that he's worked hard to build will be gone in the blink of an eye. And he goes into talking about him being Jamaican and the culture in Jamaica is not accepting of that. That is true, but let's be honest here. It is solely based on religious reasons, right? A lot of us Jamaicans, we quote things from the Bible. It's not just Jamaicans. First of all, let's not even just pin this all on us Jamaicans, okay? Not everybody feels the way that Akademiks does. I was not raised to be violent toward people, to wish death on people because of who they decide to be with. I wasn't reared that way, and I'm Jamaican, okay? So everybody is different. People have their beliefs, and that's fine. But as far as causing physical harm to people, and it's not not in the name of self-defense, I wasn't reared that way. My family doesn't. That's not how we rock, okay? And that doesn't make us any less Jamaican because we don't fit into the stereotypes that other people, pin on us. So it seems that Akademiks has a disdain for whatever he has a disdain for. And that's fine. You can have a disdain for whatever you choose to, but again, you don't get to choose the consequences, okay? What else is this saying? So his comments prompted a response from Saucy Santana, who took issue with the streamer for seemingly always having negative things to say about the Florida-based rap group and allegedly targeting Young Miami. In his initial response, the Saucy Santana, he claimed that he was done talking online and urged Akademiks to meet him in the streets after the media personality responded, referring to Saucy Santana as a blank sucker, okay, and vowing to spit in his face. See, this is why this makes no sense to me that you on here crying out of frustration because you threatening to spit on somebody. Child. And then Saucy Santana says, after I beat you, I'ma beep you in the beep because you a beep and a B blank blank. There you go. BAN is the acronym. All right. So I'm not playing Saucy Santana's video either. So you guys have seen this circulating on social media. All right. This is what Akademiks had to say. He said, when I see ninjas like Saucy Santana, it's rubbing on the mere fabric of what I really grew up on. It brings me back to a hateful part of my life that I really try to get past. To me, that sounds like some sort of traumatic situation happened, and I'm not insinuating anything happened to Livingston. He could have witnessed something. He could have been told something, because I'm going to tell you something. In Jamaica, someone like Saucy, maybe, I don't know how it is now, depending on where he goes. Someone like Saucy Santana, if you know what I mean, his life could definitely be taken away from him. But that's also the case in other countries, okay? Let's not just act like it's only Jamaica, okay? So maybe Livingston witnessed something that traumatized him. Something could have happened to him. I'm not insinuating that anything did. But for him to say it brings me back to a hateful part of my life that I really tried to get past means that something happened that he tries to, I guess, not think about, or he wants to move on from. What that is, I don't know. He also said, I'm never trying to get canceled for saying the wrong thing, but this ish does bother me. I don't care what rapper got at me, but really there's certain ish I really don't F with in my life and that I will never do. I hate certain ish to the soul of me. I'm only pretending because if I say what I want to say, I will never be here for y'all. But I don't want to be that person, okay? So that is, and he was, visibly upset. He was crying. I'm sure he was crying out of frustration and whatever. You never know what people are going through, all right? So, yeah. Santana, he also got ridiculed and criticized because Saucy Santana said he was going to do things to Akademiks, and I wonder if that's what triggered him. Now, I'm not making fun of Akademiks whatsoever, all right? That's just not the purpose of me giving commentary. What I am saying is, the point that I'm making is, you got to be careful what you say. You know what I'm saying? And how you offend someone. You know what I mean? You can say whatever you want, right? But it does not absolve you of consequences. That's the point that I'm making. And another part of the problem, I've also oftentimes said this in commentary related to other, subject matters. People like to encourage foolishness all the time. See, he sits behind a computer and he has an audience, so he can spew hateful comments, and there are going to be people who tune in, encourage. There are going to be people who laugh. There are going to be people who find it entertaining and funny. That is just reinforcing to academics, oh, okay, I'm on the right path. People love me. I got 10,000 people watching me and they all rock with me. And a lot of them probably tune in to witness academics, you self-destruct. See, everybody that claps for you, everybody that buys a ticket to your show, everybody that sits up front at your show is not there to watch you quote unquote win. Some of them are there hoping that you fall flat on your face and they want a front row seat to be able to see that. But that's a different conversation for a different day. All right. A clown only needs one person to laugh at their foolishness and then they feel justified. All right. So these are some of the comments that some people left on social media. One of them reads, Saucy Santana is publicly threatening to a heterosexual man and y'all are cheering it on because it's someone you don't like. Now, if Akademiks turns around and makes the same threat to Carisha, will you stand by it or are you as hypocritical as I think you are? Valid point. All right. Someone else said, so DJ Akademiks is mad because he can't tell Santana a bunch of slurs that Santana has heard all his life and won't even faze him, as if his weird AWS audience or the bed bugs embedding in the in his cracking overburdened leather gaming chair will care. Santana told you to pull up, go pull up. Yeah, well, he did. Santana did tell you to pull up. So he's not interested in doing all this back and forth internet stuff. And listen, I'm not mad at Santana for sticking up for Young Miami. Obviously, that's his best friend. That's like a sister to him. I think that's what he should do. I don't think Young Miami should be addressing Akademiks at all. And Akademiks has gotten away with saying, like I said, derogatory things and seemingly punking women. But a man is stepping to you. And Santana is not the first person to call Akademiks out and step to him. And, you don't have all that energy. And it says a lot. It definitely says a lot. Shifting gears, right? The Neighborhood Talk posted this, and this is the same clip of Akademiks breaking down in tears, reacting to Saucy Santana saying that he was going to do whatever to him. And Neighborhood Talk wants you to know that they do not condone bullying or violence. All right. And Young Miami was in the comments. All right. So they screenshotted this, and Young Miami her comment reads, I was in tears when he laughed and was trolling about my car getting while I was 6 months pregnant. Y'all remember that? I think she was in Miami. She was driving in her Jeep or something like that, her G-Wagon, I think it was. She was 6 months pregnant with her daughter, and they sprayed her car. And Akademiks thought that was entertaining. They thought it was funny. And I'm pretty sure that hurt Carisha's feelings and she cried. So she's basically saying, now he knows how she feels out of frustration, when people are talking about you or when people are saying things. Now, I did not expect this at all, okay? Queen Latifah, the Queen Latifah, okay? Khadijah James, all right? She will forever be Khadijah James. Now, what she posted to her Instagram stories was originally posted by My-San General, My-San the activist, My-San, you guys know who that is, rapper, activist. My-San had issues with DJ Akademiks in the past, and he posted something on social media. Queen Latifah, what she did was she just reposted it, all right? And it reads, it's crazy to me how DJ Akademiks is crying, scared to say anything to Saucy Santana because he's a gay man and he's scared of getting quote unquote canceled, but has said some of the most outlandish, vile, disrespectful, and demeaning things to Black women with absolutely no fear whatsoever. Brings me back to Malcolm X's quote, the most disrespected, unprotected, and neglected person in America is the Black woman. So my son is very vocal about, things that are going on in pop culture and in social media. And he didn't feel any sympathy for DJ Akademiks given the recent situation between him and Saucy Santana. And Queen Latifah reposted it. So obviously she shares the same sentiments. Now, some of these comments under the Neighborhood Talks post on Instagram, Tammy Roman says, now, if y'all wake Latifah up, ish is getting real. She doesn't play these social media games. Brought her out to be factual AF. Okay, I wonder if most people realize that this is a retweet from my son, but it doesn't matter. Someone else commented, he done woke up. Who you calling a Queen Latifah? It's over with now. Now, you guys remember when Akademiks had some comments about LL Cool J? Remember that? I don't know. I just don't think that Akademiks is smart. And it's so funny that he is saying things like the city girls have gotten rewarded for being talentless. The same can be said for you, sir. I understand you put in the hard work, but what talent is it that you really have? I mean, you give commentary, okay, just like I do, but do you offer a philosophical, or objective perspective? No, you hurl insults. You did the same thing with the war in Chirac. You had them dudes in Chirac ready to come and get at you. You promote violence. You find entertainment in people beefing. You egg on beef. It doesn't require much mental strength to be an instigator. All right. People want to hear people report the news, give their perspective, I guess. And there's some people who like the foolishness. So he has a large audience of people who like the foolishness that he produces. I'm not knocking his hustle at all, but this is what's going to keep happening to you. So, I mean, yeah, you should be frustrated. You should be frustrated with yourself. And the fact that, you seemingly, I guess you're embarrassed because Saucy Santana is not scared of you. And a lot of people are saying things like, yeah, my money is on Santana. And Santana is making it very clear that he wants all the smoke with you. You're getting frustrated because you can't resort to calling him homophobic slurs, which is whack. As long as you've been in this game, as much access as you've had to entertain a celebrity in the celebrity world, all this exclusive information and access that you have, you mean to tell me that you cannot insult Saucy Santana or go back and forth with Saucy Santana without insulting his sexuality? That's all you got? Well, listen, you brought this on yourself. So I don't, there's not much else to say as far as DJ Akademiks. You should learn to watch your mouth. You didn't think that Santana was a formidable opponent until he gagged you. It seems like a lot of people have been getting gagged this week, okay? Now, Mr. Santana, I understand you mad and you defending your girl or whatever, but some of the things that he said were like, eek. But again, I guess they say all is fair in love and war, right? When you angry, the gloves come off. So, I don't know. I mean, we'll see what will become of this. But I found it very interesting that Queen Latifah reposted my son's post. And I'm in agreement with my son, and I'm also in agreement with Queen Latifah reposting this. A lot of males are being encouraged to have a lot of smoke for females and women because, they think that they can dominate a female and a woman. And it really embarrass yourself, DJ Akademiks, because Saucy Santana really did gag you. And I am not in disagreement with Saucy Santana sticking up for Young Miami. And he also mentioned in one of his videos, that he woke up to DJ Akademiks coming at Glorilla. And you always have derogatory things to say about women. And I'm pretty sure that there's a much bigger reason why. And it's probably coming to the surface. That's why you got emotional. Something has caused you to be derogatory and disrespectful to women to the magnitude that you have been over the years. And that's an internal issue that you are going to have to work out. At the end of the day, we don't care. We don't care. Learn to watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. And if I was a gambling woman, my money definitely would be on Santana. All right, y'all, that's all I got. And got no more. Drop down in the comments and share your thoughts. Until next time, I'll talk to you later.